how is 2024 shaking out so far in the Greater Dayton area? We're going to be comparing data for the month of January of this year, and we're going to take a look back and see what those same numbers looked like for January of 2023. If you're getting ready to buy or sell some real estate this year, I think this information is going to be really helpful for you to determine if this year is going to be a great year for you to accomplish those goals. So first off, let's start in the past. We are going to take a look at January of 2023. Let me make sure I got the right year pulled up, and I do. So first things first, how many homes were sold in January of 2023? There were 762 single family homes sold in all of January for 2023. That total volume for all of those homes sold equaled 171,390. Wait, I didn't say that right. $171,390,366 worth of real estate was sold for the month of January. The average price point was $224,922 in 2023. The average day on market was 75 days. So from the time that you listed it to the time that you sold your property took approximately 75 days for the month of January of last year. Now, when we fast forward back to the future, right here, last month in 2024, January, we sold 1,040. I cannot talk today. There were 1,049 homes sold in the entire Dayton market for 2024. So that is a difference of, let's see here, 287 more homes sold this January compared to last January. So a little bit hotter of a market, which is good. When we take a look at the volume, this part is pretty insane. It's like not quite double, but $307,174,294 worth of real estate sold last month. So not quite double, but that's like an 80% increase in real estate volume. So not only were there more transactions last month than January of last year, but the average price point also ticked up. So you have an average price point of $292,826. And when you take that away from last year's average around this time, that's $67,904 more on average this year per transaction. So if you're selling, I think that's a good indicator that it may not be a bad time to put your house on the market this year. And average days on market, not that much better, but 72. So 3 days shaved off when compared to this time last year. Now, the price points are still moving up. If you are someone that is on the sidelines and you are waiting for home values to come down, it's not happening. And here, and now I'm kind of going off script here. I don't even use the script, so that makes sense. If the average price point last month was $292,000, and we think property values are coming back down, and we've been saying that, let's say, I don't know, so for the last 5 years. Well, what would it take just to fall back down to reality to last year? Could we see a 20% retraction in the market? We would still be at 234,000 if there was a 20% loss. Now, keep in mind, 2008 didn't even experience a 20. I don't think it did. I'd have to double check. I don't like making absolutes, but I think if my memory recalls, there was about like an 18, 19. It was close to 20% loss in property values in 2008, which is the single greatest event that has caused the destruction of equity in home ownership or for homeowners in any point in time in history. So to think that something like that's just going to happen again is probably more than unlikely. The other thing is It's just not realistic. And if you've been waiting for years to buy because you're waiting for that 20% pullback, or even if you were waiting, what would it be if it was, let's say, minus 30%? So you'd be at 204. So you'd be beating last January, but you're probably not beating the January before that or the January before that. So ultimately, you would still be paying more. If you're on the sidelines waiting for property values to come down, I am telling you right now, you're better off just to buy, unless you think it's about to happen this month, then maybe. But for the most part, people, so when I give information like this, I think the biggest thing I want everyone to take away is that housing is not stocks. So yes, it's a good time to sell. It may not be a bad time for you to buy right now. The rates are coming down. So I think interest rates, here, I'll pull it up real quick. January 2023 interest rates, mortgages. Rates have been in a narrow yo-yo pattern since January 12th, blah, 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 blah. I think that, okay, so around this time last year, it looks like rates were around 6.4, 6.25, 6.5, something like that. Where are they today? Mortgage interest rates today. Have they really gone back up to 7.5? So about 7.5. So property is a little bit more expensive this year, and interest rates are a little bit hotter, or quite a bit hotter this time this year as compared to well, last year. That's as of right now. But so yeah, rates have been holding fairly steady, it looks like. Point being here is homeownership is not stocks. You don't determine if you buy now based off of these statistics. I like to give them because people are genuinely interested. They want to know, is it still a good time? Is it still not a good time? Yes. But ultimately, if you're selling a home, it is a good time to sell if when you sell, you're going to achieve the goal that you want. In other words, you might need to sell to go buy a bigger home. If you can't sell your current home and then get into that bigger home at a price you would be able to afford today, don't do it, right? It's not a good time then. If you can sell your home, get into a bigger home at a price you can afford, by all means, do it. Who cares what the interest rates are? Who cares what property values are doing? Because your situation and what you're trying to achieve is unique to you. You are a part of the market, but you are not the market. If you're looking to buy, it's the same thing. You might not need to sell a home, but can you buy a home for what you and or your family may need? In other words, if you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 1,200 square feet home in the Greater Dayton area, and you can only find homes that are 2 beds, 1 baths, then don't buy yet. Save up some more money. Go apply for the job that you're thinking you might get in the next couple of months. See if that pans out, and then reevaluate. Who cares where the rates are? Who cares where the home values are? If you're not ready to make the move, or the market can't accommodate the move you're trying to make, then don't make it. But there it is. This year is already starting to show it's going to be a hotter year this year than it was last year. All of which is irrelevant, because you should just do you and try to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. If you have any real estate related questions, whether it's surrounding buying or selling, or just real estate questions in general, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you want us to go over a topic or something specifically, also leave us a comment and we will try to go over that. Thanks and have a great day.